What's up, everybody? This is Ruffian, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to describe how sometimes changing your life and developing new habits is easy, but the hardest part is really getting started. It's easy to get stuck in life in ways that I have, but to find fulfillment in aspects of your life you cannot control, it's better to focus on what you can control first. Just a disclaimer, I'm not a therapist, I'm just a guy on the internet. I don't really know what I'm talking about. All this information I'm sharing with you is just based on my own personal experience and what I'm trying to do to get my life back on track. I hope you all at least can get something out of this though. I have a lot of personal issues going on in my life right now. I graduated from university in 2023 with a degree in fucking computer science, and now I'm working the same job I had since graduating high school. I moved back home with my parents, and I simply just feel stuck in my place in life with little hope of escape. I haven't been with a woman in over 2 years now. I had to let go of my best friend of 10 years because I feel I can no longer rely on him. My diet's pretty bad, and I've been stress eating a lot to the point where I may develop certain health issues if I don't make changes. I have limited social skills. I'm not super interested in going to places where I'm quote-unquote supposed to meet people my age. I have no motivation. I don't really know what my future looks like anymore. I have goals, but no road to my goals. I see my peers and former classmates surpassing me, and I wonder to myself, why am I not where they're at? And my current lifestyle is unsustainable in the long term, and I'm not sure how long I could keep this up. I've lost control of my life, and I've just started. I've been to therapy before for different things, but this topic is something I haven't really found success in discussing in therapy. So I've really been forced to find my own solutions. Alright, now that I finished trauma dumping to a bunch of strangers on the internet, I can finally tell you what I'm going to do about all this and maybe what you can do to help change your life. Alright, this advice is kind of basic. I know you heard all this shit before, but doom scrolling isn't going to help. Try to set timers on your social media and not override them when they eventually hit the time limit. I personally uninstalled all the social media on my phone because it's too much. I started seeing AI generated slop and it really pissed me off. I used to be an Instagram guy, like primarily. I already wasn't super interested in like Facebook and Twitter and all that shit, but once I started seeing AI generated Instagram models and thirst traps and shit, I realized technology has just gone too far. This is it. I can't be on Instagram anymore. Instagram already had its own set of problems before, but now with this, I can't do it anymore. Also, like, doom scrolling in general takes up huge chunks of time for me. I already spend a lot of time on YouTube, and I'm currently working on that. And one thing I did, I got a Chrome extension that actually helps manage my YouTube time. And I'll link that below in case any of y'all are interested. I'm not saying you shouldn't be on social media at all, but at least realize that some people will spend more time on social media than actually being social in real life. Sometimes it's even easier to do that. And with the introduction of AI to social media, companies are going to farm users for engagement like any means they can. I mean, all I'm really saying is just get a brain rot. That's pretty much it. Alright, read a fucking book. Everyone is interested in something. You should focus on a hobby, whether it be starting a new one or reconnecting with one you used to do. You don't want your life to just be wake up, grab a brush or put a little makeup, take a shit, shower, go to work, get home from work, eat, then go back to sleep. And then all the little free time you have in between is just, spent doing chores, or you're just rotting away in front of the TV or doom scrolling on your phone. You want to do something you love separate from your job. Because even if you love your job, which is already rare enough, congratulations, but you're not going to love your job all the time. You're not going to love it every single day. And don't think about it too much. Just try something. I don't want you to like do what I do and like overthink going into something. You should just jump right into it. This last year, I started training in martial arts, specifically Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, Judo, and then now recently I started doing Sambo. My old gym shut down and my coaches have moved around, so currently I'm only doing Judo and Sambo at the time I'm making this video. But, it's cool either way, I still love it. This has helped me in more ways than I initially realized. I started to regain a sense of community that I hadn't felt since I was in orchestra in like middle school and high school. I met some new people, which is great, and some of them I would even consider closer friends. And I'm also learning how to fight, so I feel like that's a pretty useful skill if I'm unable to de escalate a situation, even though I've never been in a real fight in my life, and I'm usually pretty smart about avoiding that type of shit, but, it's still fun to learn. And also, I plan to start taking cooking classes every once in a while, since my cooking skills are also just bad. They're awful. It's tragic. I really believe everyone has potential and something to offer the world. I have potential. I know that. Like, I'm smart, I'm decent looking, and I'm talented in some ways. But, I've become lazy, burnt out, and just like complacent, like these past couple years since graduating. I think creating something just for fun, whether it be art, literature, music, or just making a fucking goofy ass YouTube video on a topic that you may or may not know very much about. Try putting yourself out there and showing the world what you have to offer. The reason I'm even making this video is just another way for me to regain some control of my life, to gain experience writing a script, recording footage, editing, and uploading the complete project at the end of it all. Commit to something you love and find purpose in your life. And these commitment skills will eventually transfer to the parts of your life that you don't enjoy and help you overcome those struggles. Alright, I saved this topic for last. This is going to be the longest part. This is a more difficult thing to achieve since this also relies on the actions of other people, which you just can't control. It's not happening. This includes connecting with friends, getting closer to your family, or even finding romantic connections. I'm not saying you have to have 100 friends and spend all your time socializing. Just finding a community that you can rely on, no matter how that looks for you, is enough. You want to be surrounded by positive influence. When I originally heard the phrase, "you are who you surround yourself with," I thought that was pretty corny, not gonna lie, but growing up, I realized that that's actually just true. The people I spent time with really just affect how I feel in life. I've been a good friend and a bad friend to people in my life, and I've also had good friends and bad friends. Having a good friend to rely on is just as important as finding a good romantic connection with someone. Bad friends will make you feel alone even when you're spending time with them and talking to them. I never had a huge friend group in my lifetime over the years. Usually it's just a couple close people that I can talk to. I've always kept my circle small, which is fine by me. But there's also been times where I've been alone with no friends to go to. And I've also been in a codependent relationship years ago where my partner really did not like my best friend at the time, and that caused a lot of tension with both of those people. It was just miserable. Don't do that. Don't recommend. Last year, I lost that friend I'm talking about, actually, because even though we were together, spending time together, I felt alone. I couldn't really open up to them, and I couldn't really rely on them to, be there for me in an emotional sense. They, just offering bad advice and just spreading negativity and shit like that. But they were also developing bad habits in their own life that show me that we were just going on two different directions in our lives. And then he also made some decisions with other of his friends that showed me that he could potentially, betray my trust and stab me in the back. On a happier note, I was actually able to reconnect with one of my old coworkers from when I was in school this last year. And, at the moment, at least at the time I'm making this video, it's turned out to be a lot healthier of a friendship than the last one I was in. And he actually recently made a YouTube channel, and that inspired me to finally upload on this channel that I started 4 years ago during COVID and just never uploaded on. Shout out to Mac. I will link his channel in the description. I still have trouble talking to new people, so I'm also just trying to get out more in general. I even typed the script for this video in a cafe that I plan to frequent, and eventually if I see some people who are there regularly, maybe I'll just start talking to them. Friends come and go, just like romantic relationships do, but these things really do happen for a reason. I'm telling you from experience. Don't let that stop you from trying to find the right one for you. and doing what you can to maintain it, within reason. Don't try to chase after people and overcommit yourself to people who don't want to reciprocate the energy you give out. Just don't settle for people who don't value you. Life really is what you make it. You truly have total control over what you do and how you think about everything. Life is also pretty stressful, I will admit. Life is constantly working towards a goal and then having the goalpost moved when you're just right there at the end. These stresses will bring you down and put you in a rut and make you think that you need someone else to push you out. But in reality, you can just do it yourself. All you have to do is take one small step to gain momentum and then keep moving forward out of the rut. I hope this video has helped you in some way if you feel stuck in life. And I hope that whatever you do, you're still moving forward. Even then, you get to decide what forward is. Every step, no matter how small, is progress. Once the little things become easier to do, then you can tackle the bigger things. The hardest part of all this really is to just get started. Thank you for sticking this long into the video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar or different to this one. That's all I got to say for now. I'll see you next time.